guess what? I'm coming to you live from the beach, live from the water. Yep, I'm doing this. And yep, I have people looking at me like I'm nuts right now. They're like, what's that girl doing? Talking to her phone on the beach. Oh yes, it's happening. You know what's happening. So what's going on, my friends? All right, so here we go. So this is live from the beach today. So we're going to talk about empaths for a minute, because you know I'm doing empath chat pretty much every day this month. It's August. I'm declaring it Empath Month right now. And so I wanted to talk to you today about gaslighting. And I've had people ask me, what is gaslighting? What does it mean? And especially when it comes to, or I've had people experience relationships with people who are on the narcissistic spectrum. It's hard to say that somebody's a narcissist. That's a whole other subject. So I'm going to say this. May have narcissistic tendencies or characteristics. And so let's talk about gaslighting for a second. So gaslighting is, and hey everybody, I want to just say hi real quick. Hey Mercy, Kelly, Deanne, and Anna, because I'm also putting these videos on IGTV. So I just launched that yesterday. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going to, if I don't talk much during the video, you know that's why, because you can only put little clips, a 15-minute clip on there. So hey Gail, lucky to be at the beach, my favorite place in the world. So anyways, so I have a friend, a very dear friend here on Facebook. And I'm going to give you an example of gaslighting, okay? And I'll give you an example and then I'll talk about it a little more. So I have a very dear friend on Facebook who is, she has worked very hard. She's been on a fitness journey for a long time. She does modeling and a lot of swimsuit modeling. She has been in pageants, absolutely stunning woman inside and out. And she posts she shares a lot of her photos from her modeling and from her pageants on Facebook and on Instagram. And with that, she often puts a lot of posting words on her post, encouraging women to be comfortable in their own skin. And she is an abuse survivor, as am I, as are so many women out there. And her point is oftentimes that to be comfortable in your own skin, no matter what it is, no matter what shape and size, or also putting yourself out there, even after you've been through something as traumatic as that, you can recover and you can reclaim power over your own body and you can step out and be comfortable and courageous. Okay. So in whatever way that means to you. And this is not a conversation about that. That's a whole other, potential live stream, but this is more about gaslighting. So she had a lot of, words of support from people on social media. She had a lot of wonderful, beautiful, supportive people comment back. And she also had some haters. And a couple of the haters would say things like, oh, you're better than that. You are objectifying yourself by posting pictures of you in a swimsuit or, that kind of thing. You don't need to show your body to prove your worth. And all of these kind of comments. And one in particular said, she had answered and responded to them very gracefully and, respectfully disagreeing that objectification is in the eyes of the individual. And we don't need to pay attention to what culture says, really, because who says any of that is true? But again, another live stream topic all on itself. And the person said back that, okay, you do you, yep. But, something to think about when I post pictures, I always think about, would I want my daughter posting a picture of herself like this? And she kind of left it at that. And while her opinion, she's entitled to it, freedom to have it, nothing wrong with that. And you can feel free to express yourself, but that kind of a comment is gaslighting. And whether she meant it that way or not, that is a form of gaslighting, because gaslighting means that you are causing, by your words, you're commenting, either twisting a story around, bending the truth a little bit to bend in your favor, or so you're like leaving out details that would implicate some wrongdoing on your part, or you would twist it around to make you cast you in a better light, or you are making comments that would cause somebody to doubt themselves, whether it's their sanity or their confidence or their choices. And so that comment right there, as benign as she may have intended, is gaslighting. And that can happen in friendships, in family relationships, and in romantic relationships, okay? So know that, and that's a mild one. They can get pretty severe and pretty ugly too. And I've been there. I've been in relationships where there's been severe criticism or trying to make me doubt myself or feel responsible for someone else's pain, or responsible for, when someone else does something mean and you bring up your dissatisfaction and they turn it around and make it your fault for their behavior, that kind of thing. So that's all gaslighting, okay? And it's not acceptable. And so as an empaths are especially susceptible to this, because empaths have this giving nature, this openness. Your energy is like wide open, like this, like an energy field wide open to kind of absorb and accept the feelings, the pain, the words of other people. And we take them in deeply. Now, to hang on to them and absorb them and take them as truth is our choice. That's something we have to decide. But the point is, empaths need to be very aware of this kind of behavior. They have to be aware of being in relationships where this happens and learn to put up really strong boundaries, or know when something isn't acceptable to them and doesn't feel right. Instead of questioning yourself and doubting yourself and going down a spiral, does this feel true? Not absorbing any words from somebody else and taking it as truth about yourself. If it feels yucky, if it makes you feel like crap, or makes you feel like you are stupid or silly or nuts or anything like that, that's not coming from your higher self. And empaths, like I said, they tend to take in the words and feelings of other people and internalize them and try to make someone else feel better. And in the process, sometimes hurting themselves, denying themselves, and really just putting themselves through their own anguish, and taking on stress and anxiety that doesn't belong to them. So it's something to be very, very mindful of when you are in a relationship, or you're in a friendship, or you're speaking with someone else, and being able to put up that boundary to, number one, ask yourself, is this mine? Is this mine? Is this true? And gauge it through your body, like do a body scan. If it makes you feel like your stomach's turning, or it makes you feel like your shoulders are crunched, or your jaw's clenched, or your chest is tight, probably you need to look further into that. It's not coming from higher self. It's not coming from your divine guidance, okay? And you need to say, or you need to look at it and say, what about this person's words is triggering something inside of me, a past hurt that I need to look at again? It's just surfacing, bringing up something that I've gone through before, or that I have felt before, that is asking to be looked at and healed again. It might not even be about that other person necessarily, although you don't need to accept gaslighting at all. I would say no, like put up that boundary and say, I can't have this conversation because, the words are hurtful and I need to walk away, take space, or I will come back at a time when we can have a better conversation in a better space or a better energy, or I'm just not feeling great, so I'm just going to walk away right now. Do what you have to do to protect your energy, but also be willing to really understand where that's coming from, why it's feeling yucky within you. Do you understand? Yeah, and it's like, yes, this is what I was talking about. Yes, so our conversation kind of sparked some of this today for sure. But that's all I wanted to let you know about. There's so much more to say about this, and I could really go for a long time. But this is just a snippet of this, and it reminded me, my friend's post today reminded me of this, and it was a good example of, and be okay with calling it out when you see it. And I know for empaths, it's so uncomfortable to call someone out because we feel like we're going to make someone upset. We're going to hurt their feelings. We're going to make them mad. We're going to get into an uncomfortable argument. But just know that you are absolutely worthy of having nourishing, nurturing relationships that fulfill you and that fill your cup and that are in alignment with who you are. And if that person cannot accept who you are, or is, really kind of making you feel like you have to doubt yourself or there's something wrong with you, then that just has to be looked at. That just has to be looked at a little further. That means more open communication between the two of you, and just letting people know what your needs are, what your boundaries are, and maybe asking them for more clarity. Like, maybe I'm not understanding you. This is what I'm hearing and how it feels. But if that's not the case, let me know. Or like I said, just taking some space and just walking away, and just not, that's not okay. That's not okay. And that's totally within your right to do that as an empath. And you're not going to be, even if someone doesn't like that feedback, that's okay. That's okay. The highest form of love is self-love. And what would unconditional love do in a situation like that would absolutely honor and protect the absolutely amazing, beautiful spirit that is you. Okay? So just practice that, even if it's uncomfortable at first, but also be willing to look at any trigger, whether it's gaslighting or something else. And we're going to talk about this in another video because that's, again, another subject. Any trigger has us look inward and say, what is asking to be seen? I am feeling really bothered by this. What is asking to be seen or maybe even healed that I haven't looked at for a while that just needs to be looked at again? All right, so with that, I am going to go back to the beach, my favorite place to be. This is where I do my healing, baby. I'm grounding, I'm in nature, and I'm smelling the salt air, and this is where it's at. So whatever it is for you, empaths, when you're feeling like you've been through gaslighting, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling in pain, you're feeling like you're overwhelmed and your energy is being sucked out of you, ground yourself, go do something in nature. All right, that's the best and easiest and quickest way to get her done and to help you feel better and put yourself in a better place. All right, I love you guys so much. And that reminds me, my online show, The Awakened Empath, is coming out August 12th. You're going to love, 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 love the speakers that I have lined up for you. We talk about this very subject because one of them, Angie, hello, is on here with me right now. And we just talked about this today. And you're going to absolutely love all of this. So go to awakenedempathlive.com, put in your name and email, and subscribe to this online show. I'm distributing it through email only. So that's the only way you're going to see it. So go there, and I put the link, I'll put the website in the comments as well, awakenedempathlive.com, or my name, jenrupinian.com, and go sign up. And please, if you know anyone who's an empath or highly sensitive or intuitive or just going through some real shit in their lives and just need to be uplifted and inspired and shown that they too can take control of their own lives and they can take control of their emotions and themselves, and they can use their gifts to turn their lives around and see that they're the blessing that they're intended to be, I would love for you all to share this too, and share awakenedempathlive.com with your friends and your family, and have them subscribe as well and check out this show. It's going to be freaking epic. All right. So with that, I love you guys, and come into my free group, The Awakened Empath, here on Facebook, and you can see all about all the other cool things that are going on in Jen world right now. And I will see you on the next video. Take care. Love you all. Bye.